SQL and its related commands are used in the form of query that are used to basically to fetch the data or to extract data from a table. You have seen in the few previous YouTube videos that how to work practically. Today you just see what are the purposes of the command that I am explaining theoretically, okay, to you. Okay, after that, okay, some more practical work will be given in the coming classes. All right. So let us go now to see that how these are functioning. All right. So the thing is that what is SQL? First of all, its acronym says that structured query language. That is the first and foremost thing. What is SQL? It's actually an open source DBMS, RDBMS. It is a standard language developed and used for accessing and modifying relational databases. The thing is that it has been supported by other languages like C++, Java, PHP. In the active server pages also SQLs are being used. All right. So the thing is that the SQL language was originally developed at the IBM Research Laboratory in San Jose in connection with a project developing a prototype for a relational database management system. Okay, in the early 70s. Okay, there are a lot of other database management system available, amongst them MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, SQLite, okay, Microsoft SQL Server. These are very important, and they are open source except Oracle. Oracle is not an open source software; it is a prototype software. Okay, so the thing is that that's why MySQL is quite popular amongst the developer, program developer, and the project developer, whoever is working with the programming languages. In the back end, we can use the SQL. Okay, in the Python also is not an exception. In the Python also, in the front end we can use the programming interface, and in the back end we can use the SQL. All right. So now let us see what are the advantages. SQL is famous for its high speed, no coding is required, well-defined standard. Okay, portability is there, means you can use it anywhere. Okay, under any platform. Interactive language and the multiple data view are also possible. So these are the summarized version of the advantages of using SQL. Okay, so that is why we will use the SQL. First of all, it is having a very formatized type of query. Okay, by using certain commands, you will be familiar with these commands in the later session more. And if you watch the videos and all how the practically these queries are being handled, then it will be really an added advantage for you. All right, now let us see that MySQL is the currently the most popular open source. That is, open source means you can it is redistributable, means no money and the permission is required for this. Okay, it is multi-user, multi-threaded database management system. Multi-threaded in the sense means at a time it can do some other works also. Okay, different tasks it can fulfill. Okay, MySQL is especially popular on the web. It is one of the parts of the very popular LAMP platform. LAMP means there are 4 softwares are there, that is called Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. All right, or WIMP platform, where the Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP are there. So both the operating system, both major operating systems, it is having the compatibility. MySQL AV was founded by Michael Wedenas, David Amax, and Alan Larson in Sweden in the year 1995. That is also an SQL, but the pattern is a bit different. Okay, MySQL AV, but most popularly we are using the Windows MySQL Server and the MySQL. It is a structured query language. All right, that is the thing. What are the features? First of all, it is open source and free of cost. Its source is available. Okay, it's portable. It is secured. Okay, it can be connected with the different application program interface, and it is having its own query language that is useful in order to extract the data from the tables by using some specific commands called queries. All right, so that is why it is very popular. Okay, so these are the very feature rich this is a very feature rich software, you can say. Okay, so most importantly is for portability because of its small size and and easiness to use. This particular software is very it is actually made it popular. All right, and it is secure because without password you will not be able to enter inside the system of the SQL Server. All right, that is why it is very, very important, and it supports SQL for handling the database and the tables as well. All right, so these are the features of the MySQL, you can say. All right, in the previous two videos you have seen maybe that how it functions. All right, and you whenever you are installing, you have to install it from mysql.org, download the software and start installing it. And whenever you will do the installation, you will do the typical type of installation. Okay, don't go for the details right now. All right, types of SQL commands. The DDL commands are there, that is called data definition language, to create the database and table structure, like create, alter, drop. These are the mainly the commands which are being used in order to create the database and the table structure. Okay, so you have seen maybe the create database and create table command. Okay, those are being used. Data query language, to retrieve the data from the database, that is the only select. If you want to display all the records from the particular table, you can use the select command. Okay, that is coming under the data query language. And data manipulation language, like record rows related operations, commands like insert, delete, update, all these are coming under the data manipulation language. All right, and data control language, used to manipulate permissions or access rights to the tables, comments to the users. Those are very important, like grant or revoke. Okay, these two commands are there. And transaction control language, you are having the commit, rollback and save point. This particular commands. All right, auto commit is also there. Okay, so these are the transaction control language, means how you are going to save the record in the database, or how you are going to bypass the saving or to remove the previous work. All these kind of things can be discussed under this transaction control language. But mostly here we will use the DDL and DML, that is the data definition language, and DML is the data manipulation language. All right, already the notes I have uploaded this for this particular module, that is the SQL. Okay, now you can see this particular explanation, you can read this explanation. Okay, so everything has been described very um, nicely. So that is what the thing is that out here. Okay, that is the types of SQL commands. So we have seen the features, advantages and the types of SQL commands, that also we have seen. Okay, now see the MySQL data types. There are the data types are very, very important. There is numerical data, like decimal and integer are the one. Decimal means that any floating point number, means like any number that contains the point or decimal. Okay, suppose 32.65 you want to store, then you have to take the decimal, and int will take the whole number of 4 bytes, a maximum range you can see out here. All right, and that is a signed one, and unsigned one is 0 to that, means like both the things will be added. Okay, 2147483 plus 2147483 both the things will be added, and the final range will be described. Okay, fine. String means char is there and var is there. Char means a fixed length for storing string that won't vary much in size. Say, for example, if you are storing, suppose male or female like that, so it needs only one space. All right, so in that case it won't vary much, so you can take the char data type, and varchar you can take wherever the length may vary. Okay, suppose the name matters, all these things, you can take a maximum 135 or 40 like that for the size of that data type, but both will store the string only. Okay, for storing strings that will vary in size, that is the purpose. And the date format you can see out here, it has been given out here. Format is YYYY, MM and DD. In that format only you have to take, and the years range is 1000 to 9999. All right, that is the thing. So these are the principal data types. Some more are there also. Okay, but these four are mostly being used. Okay, in our SQL operation. Okay, whatever we are doing in CBSE. All right. Now the thing is that the first commands in SQL, okay, show databases. Show database will give you the list of databases that have been contained in your system or under the SQL that you are using. And show tables will give you a vivid description or the tables that you are having in your SQL. All right. Now I'm showing that how to create a database. Very easy command: create database MySQL. In that case, what will happen? MySQL database will be created, and deleting a database means like drop database ABC means like ABC database will be removed. Okay, drop table ABC table. So ABC table will be removed. If you are writing drop database MySQL, then what will happen? MySQL database will be removed. So after we have created the database, you use the use statement to change the current. Okay, the current database, because when suppose you have created the MySQL, now you have to what? So to define the work area, you have to use the MySQL. Use MySQL is the command. So what is happening? MySQL will be in your work area. All right. So in that case, what will happen? You can create table. If you are not choosing any database, in that case, you will not be able to create any database. That's the one. All right. Okay. So here they are saying that one table has been created out here, name student. Okay, create table command has been used. Last name varchar, first name varchar 15, city varchar, class char 2, because class does not change as much as, okay, because it is from, if you're taking from 1 2 3 4 like that, it will come up to 12. Okay, so our student table will be created, and the command describe is used to view the structure of the table, how the table looks like. That is the describe student, or you can use DESC student. You follow the practical file, you follow the practical links that have been provided by me, so you will be able to understand the purpose as well for this particular commands. All right, now let us see the database commands in SQL. Okay, mostly how will you do it? Insert command, by using the insert command. So insert into student values. Okay, insert into table name values, that is the format. Okay, so the last name has been given, first name has been given, city name has been given, and 4 has been given. So now why it is so? Because why it is given in the single quote? Because now you have taken the data type either in varchar or in char. Okay, so what is happening? Whenever you are storing the string data, you have to give it in a single quote. That is why it has been taken into the single quote. Though even 4 is a number, but here it is actually being considered as a character. That's why it has also been taken in the single quote. So whenever you are taking the string data and the date and the data for date, okay, you have to enclose them in a single quote. Fine. That is the thing, is that similarly can insert multiple records with the select command. So after that also we can insert multiple records, and the select command will give us the records that we have stored. If you want to display all the records, you have to give select star from student. So here the student means like the star means what? Everything. Okay, for the test table student. Okay, selecting rows by using the where clause in the select command, that is also on the basis of a criteria. Suppose you want to see the records, those who are studying in class 4 or the standard 4. All right, so what will you do? Select start from student, where class to be used, where class equals to 4. So in that case, what will happen? Those who are studying in class standard 4, their records only will be displayed. Okay, and selecting specific columns by listing their names. Suppose you want only to see the first name and class from student table. So what will happen? You no need to give star. Star means all the fields will be included into that. Then select first name comma class from student. What will display? Only the first name and the class column will be displayed. Okay. To modify or update entries in the table, use the update command. Okay. Say here for Freya, I want to change her class to 5. Okay. That's the Roman 5. So what will happen? That is the what is the format for the command? Update set is the command. All right. Update student, update table name, set class equals to value, that is the V, where first name is Freya. So the Freya's class will be changed into Roman V, that means 5. Okay, so these are the purposes of the command, that is the update command that to be used out here. All right, and next see that how the database commands used in MySQL. So how to delete the rows from a table. Okay, suppose I want to delete the records whose first name is Amar. So the where clause again will come into play. Okay, delete from student where first name equals to Amar. So the record of Amar will be deleted. Okay. So the general form of select is what? First of all, select, and then field name will come, then from clause will come, then the table name, and then where condition. Okay, so where actually whatever condition you are providing, that to be satisfied. In that case, what will happen? Okay, whatever the satisfied data, the effect can be viewed or the noticed onto that set of data only. That is the purpose of the where clause. So with the comparison operators also we can include the where clause. You can see out here lesser than or equals, equals, not equals, or you can use this is also as not equal. Not equals to operators are there. One is exclamation equals and then two angular brackets, and that's what you can give greater than or equals, that greater than Logical operators and or not are there, as we have done in programming of Python, and comparison operators for special value null to be used is. So in that case, these comparison operators will be invalid. Okay, so whenever it is null means nothing. Okay, select star from student where city is null. Null means user did not enter anything for the city. No value has been entered for the field city. Okay, between means to access data in a specified range. So select star from student where class between 4 and 6 means like every data will be displayed for those who are studying from 4 to 6. Okay. Achha. In operator allows you to easily test if the expression in the list of values. So select star from student where class in 4, 5, 6. All right. So that's the thing. So select start from student where class in 4, 5, 6. That means the students, those who are studying in 4, 5, and 6, standard 4, 5, and 6, their record only will be displayed. All right. Now the database commands in SQL are there. Okay. So a pattern matching thing is also there. Two wildcards to be used in that case. That is called percent. That is represent the substring in any length, and underscore represents a single character. Okay. So it can be used in few formats, like a%, that means any name that starts with a, hyphen a means like the pattern has been given. Okay, suppose any name that to be displayed whose third character is a. All right, third character third character string ending with a. All right, now hyphen b%, then sorry, underscore b%, what is happening? Okay, the second character having v, and after that anything may be. All right, okay, and here that only the 3 underscore has been given, any string that is having only 3 letters, okay, into that. Okay, that's the thing. So what is happening? So how will you apply the command? Select star from student where name like a%. That means what? That means what? The name that starts with a, that will be displayed only. No other name will be displayed. Select star from student where name like percent string percent. Okay. Then what is happening? Wherever in the name string will appear, that particular name will be displayed. No other thing will be displayed. And select name city from student where class is greater than 8. Those who are 8 or higher classes, and name like Kumar, and in the name they are having Kumar somewhere, only those records will be displayed. So in this way we can set the different kinds of queries. All right, that is the thing. So now this another comment is there, order by. All right, so a query result can be ascending order and also in descending order. So default is ascending order. If you don't mention anything, records are displayed in the ascending order. So for that, select start from student order by class. That means what? With respect to class, all the data will be displayed in ascending order. Now to get the descending order, select start from student order by class DESC. That means what? This data will be displayed in descending order. All right. So that is what the database commands in MySQL. That is for the order by clause. Clear? This all are we are discussing the database commands in MySQL. Fine. Okay. Now the thing is that there are certain things, constraints. These are called. Okay. Not null. Previously also you have seen in the YouTube links. Also I have sent what is primary key. I have explained there also, and I have showed practically also what is happening with the primary key. Okay. So here are few terms are available. Not null, it ensures that column cannot have a null value. So you have to mention it before only. Unique means it ensures the column cannot have a null value. Okay, sorry, all values in a column are different. Those are called unique. Okay, a combination of a not null and unique is primary key. That means unique accepts a null value. Okay, but primary key never accepts a null value. Okay, uniquely identifies each row in a table. That is the purpose of the primary key. Foreign key uniquely identifies row or a record in another table. Okay, so it is a connected command actually. And check means that it ensures that all values in a column satisfy a specific criteria or not. Okay, and default means it sets a default value for a column when no value is specified. That is the default value. And index means it is used to create and retrieve data from the database very quickly. Okay, indexing will be done. Okay, how? Because you may see there are 7 cities, suppose Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Madras, in this way. Suppose the letters are coming from all and every region. Okay, if indexing has been done, that means the all Kolkata letters will be in the same box, all Delhi letters will be in the same box, all Chennai letters are in the same box. Then it will be easy for the postman to postman to deliver it. That is called indexing actually. Okay, that is the thing. So here some database comments has been displayed out here. So create table persons. How to create a table? ID anti not null primary key means that primary key is not null. Okay, and even if you don't give not null, primary key will not accept any null as well. Last name varchar 255 is not null. First name 255. Okay, age integer. It is depends upon you where you will want to give the not null. Sometimes some people keep the city not null after null. Afterwards they are just updating it. That is also there. Okay, so first name is a last name and first last name is a very important criteria. That's why not null might have been kept. And then city varchar 255 and then default value has been taken as Jaipur. Okay, so what is happening? If no value has been given, then Jaipur will be set over there. Okay, and constant check person check age is greater than or equals to 18 and the person's age must be greater than 18, otherwise it will not work. Okay, because you have to give the value 18 or more than 18. Now next one also in the same way it has been given, and here the foreign key, how the foreign key has been created, that has been shown out here. All right, that is the purpose of the foreign key, references person ID. Okay, that is the thing. So foreign key actually always refer the primary key of another table. All right, so that's why foreign key person ID has been created in the table orders and it is referencing the person ID over person's ID. All right, in the person table ID field actually being referred out here. All right, then what is happening? No new record can be inserted into table orders, okay, without being entering into table persons, and no records can be deleted from table persons once it has been referenced into table orders. That is the purpose of the foreign key. So in this way, foreign key actually maintains the referential integrity between two tables. All right, so this is the parent table and this is the child table where the foreign key will be defined. All right, now let us see the alter table commands are also there. Alter table command is actually being used to change the structure of a table. It is coming under the data definition language actually. So this is the type thing. Alter table, table name, drop column, column name, and add column. This is for the adding a column. Suppose you have forgotten to add any column, so alter table command will help you out. Okay, so add column name, data type. Okay, and if you want to remove any column, so you have to give the command drop column, column name. And if you want to modify the type of a column, suppose you have taken care, you want to change it into data varchar, so you can use that alter table, table name, modify column, then column name and the data type that you want to use, you can use it. All right, so that is the purpose of the alter table command, to add a new column or to remove a new column, remove a column or to modify a column. These three are the basic purposes of the alter table comments. You can see out here, add, delete or modify. Understood? That is the thing. Okay, so the altering table, you can see out here other conditions are also being given with the alter table command. You can see out here the alter table here, mostly you need to have this particular query, alter table, table name, modify column, data type, and then not null constant also you can use. So in that case what will happen, you cannot keep the table as null. All right, okay, so that is the thing. So here the you can add the primary key also if you forget. So it is simply alter table, table name, add primary key, in the bracket you have to give the name of the primary key. And if you want to remove the primary key, alter table, table name, drop primary key. All right, just like drop primary key, finished. Okay, so it will be particular constant will be removed. Okay, so here it is given my unique constant. That means what? Unique constant means they're actually meant for the constraint concerned. All right, so that's why alter table, table name, drop primary key. That is the constraint actually. Because constraints are what? Constraints are some basic filters actually. You can see it functions as a filter, restricting the particular query to execute all types of things. Okay, so all the data and all the things will not be displayed in that case if you are putting a constraint into it. All right, so that's what it is happening. Okay, with the constraint. Fine. So here my indexing has been shown out here. The basic syntax of alter table command to drop primary key constraint from a table as follows. Okay, you can see out here alter table, table name, drop index my unique constraint means like the primary key they are talking about. Simply this command you use, you will get the effect. Alter table, table name, drop primary key. No need to bother for this one. You just use this one. Alter table, table name, and the drop primary key. What will happen? The primary key will be removed from your table. And whenever you are adding the primary key, alter table, table name, add primary key, and then within bracket you have to give the name of the field, and that field must be present in the consent table. All right, that's what. Now you see some of the commands that to be used these are called group command actually. Okay, so the thing is that returns the sum of the given column. Min means return the minimum value of the given column. Max returns the maximum value in the given column, and average returns the average value of the given column, and count, it returns the total number of values records as per given column. That's the purpose of the count. Okay, clear. So, and with this one command is actually very important, that is group by, but that is not in your syllabus. That will be discussed in your next class, that is the class 12. It will be discussed. Okay, so that is the thing. So these are called aggregate commands that will always return you a single result, we can say. Okay, suppose you have given the command select star from this thing, select some salary from employee. Okay, where city equals to Kolkata or city like Kolkata. Okay, then what will happen? Those who are working in the Kolkata region, those employees they are working in the Kolkata region, their salary will be summed up and will be displayed. And then in a similar way, you can use mean, that means the minimum salary of the region Kolkata, max means the maximum salary in the region Kolkata, and average means like average salary they are receiving, those who are working in Calcutta, and the count means it returns the total number of the person, total employee, those who are working in Kolkata. So what will be the command? Select select count star. Count star means everything. Select count star from employee where city like Kolkata. So whomever is working in Kolkata, their records will be this way, their numbers will be displayed. Okay, so you can see an example of this one. You can see out here. So one thing is very important: the null values will not be added first of all. Okay, so what is happening here? Select some salary from EMP. So the result has been prepared. Okay, select minimum salary is 3500. Select maximum salary is 4500, that you can see out here. Select count salary from EMP, that is the three of them are getting, because the I have told you already the nulls will not be considered. Okay, null values are excluded while average aggregate function is used. Here also that same thing. The thing is that select average salary from EMP and select count star from EMP. That is the things. Count star, if you give them, there's a difference. Count sal, if you give the null value will not be considered in that case. But if you are giving the count star, in that case, null value will be included. That is the difference between, often the question come, what is the difference between these two type of counts? All right. That is very, very important. Fine. All right. Okay. Now you see out here, an aggregate function may be applied on a column with the distinct or all keyword. Okay. Okay, nothing is given, all is assumed. The function returns the sum of the values in given column or expression. You can see out here. So what is happening? The first query, select sum cell from EMP, means from the EMP table, all the records will be summed up salary, or whatever values are there under salary will be summed up and be displayed. And it is showing you the distinct cell from EMP. That means when any duplicate salary, suppose two persons are getting 2000 or 3000 whatsoever, only one record will be displayed. Okay, so here I have told you already, those who are living in the city Jaipur, their salary only has been their salary have been summed up. Okay, that is the things. This is the application of group by command, that is city wise. Suppose there are three cities, Jaipur, Kolkata and Ahmedabad. So all the places those who are functioning, their things will be only displayed. Okay, their salary will be summed up, and group wise it will be displayed. All right, so here also the same thing, minimum salary you can go for it. And if you want to do the group by city, then you can easily apply the query while doing the practical. You can understand its purpose, that's not a problem. Okay, though even it is not in your syllabus, it has not been included, right? Okay, group by city means group by city wise. Actually, if there are 4 cities, then group wise it will be displayed. Suppose in the Bombay, those who are working in the Bombay region, What is the minimum salary? What is the minimum salary those who are working in the Ahmedabad region and in Kolkata region and in Jaipur region? Okay, so in that way it functions actually. All right, that is the thing, and this is the maximum salary. You can see out here, this is the count star from EMP, means all the records will be displayed. As I've told you already, whenever mentioning the field name, if there is any null value, count will not consider the null value. All right, only it will show you what the values are there, but when you are giving the count star, it will also be displayed. And this comment is very important. Count star sum salary or count sal from EMP group by city. It will show you also the how many people are receiving the salary in the each region like Bombay, Ahmedabad, Jaipur and Kolkata. All right, that is the purpose of the group by command. All right, and the thing is that these are the aggregate functions and conditions that has been used out here by the having clause, because the where clause cannot be used with the aggregate functions and conditions. Okay, you make conditions on any group if required having. So the thing is that it will display only the select job sum pay job and sum means like total of the payment they are receiving from EMP group by job having pay greater than 8,000, means like those who are getting some condition. If you want to put here, you cannot use the while clause, you have to use here the having clause. All right, that's what that has been displayed out here. That's why with the having by job. Okay, having some pay greater than 8,000 means those who are getting more than 8,000. Okay, their record, their salary only will be summed up and displayed. Okay, similarly you can see out here count star is greater than or equals to 5. If the records are more than 5, then only you display the job and the total of the pay. Okay, select job sum pay from EMP where city equals to Jaipur. Okay, that is a different thing. So here you cannot use. When you will use group by, you will not be able to use the having. All right, so where clause works in respect of whole table, but having works on group only. That is the difference between the where having clause and the where clause. If where and having both are used, then where will be executed first. That is also there. Okay, fine. Okay, and this is the ordering query result order by clause. You can see out here order by city. I have told you already the default is in ascending order, and the if you want to display in the descending order, you can see out here the DSC clause to be used, and here select named F name city from student where name like R person order by class, means like name like R person means the name that are starting with R. Suppose Rujit Ranjan and Roma is there, then what will happen? RR are all same and the Rujit Ranjan. So Ranjan will come first if you are doing in the ascending order, then the Roma will come, then the Rujit will come in that case. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so order by class means it will be done in ascending order, and if you are using the DSC, then the same records will be arranged in descending order. All right. So these I have shown you. Definitely you use this purpose. I have explained you how it is to be functioned, and now next the practical things that I will upload. Okay, in the next class. Okay, so that also you watch both the things, you keep in front and then watch it and do the practical implementation of these commands. Okay, that will give you a clear-cut idea about MySQL. So you will have a very less job in MySQL in class 12. Okay, that I can say. Fine. So all the best and implement it practically. Thank you very much.